What are your thoughts on a trip to Indonesia? Change your mind. This Southeast Asian archipelago may appear to be a tropical paradise due to its breathtaking beaches and vibrant culture. However, it is also home to some of the most bizarre and unsettling customs that can possibly be imagined. The country of Indonesia has the potential to surprise you in unexpected ways, ranging from peculiar festivals to shocking social norms, which may cause you to reevaluate your travel plan. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the bell. 19. Festival of Intimacy with Strangers. Indonesia is famous for its Festival of Intimacy with Strangers, an event that is both intriguing and perplexing to outsiders. Held 7 times a year, this festival attracts thousands of pilgrims and tourists who come to participate in or witness the unique event. Participants are expected to find a stranger for intimate relations, a practice that has deep roots in traditional beliefs and rituals. The origins of this festival can be traced back to ancient fertility rites and spiritual cleansing practices. The event is often held at sacred sites and involves various ceremonies and rituals that are believed to promote fertility, ward off evil spirits, and bring blessings to the participants. Despite its apparent oddity, the festival is a significant cultural and religious event for many Indonesians. The festival has sparked controversy and debate, especially among those who view it through the lens of modern morality and legality. However, for the locals, it is a cherished tradition that reflects their cultural heritage and spiritual beliefs. Tourists who wish to observe or participate in the festival should do so with respect and understanding of its cultural significance. 18. Nightlife in Indonesia. Jakarta, the bustling capital of Indonesia, is renowned for its vibrant and dynamic nightlife. The city offers a wide array of entertainment options, including upscale clubs, bars, and lounges that cater to both locals and tourists. Jakarta's nightlife scene is known for its lively atmosphere, diverse music genres, and high-quality entertainment. However, alongside the glamorous nightlife, there are also red light districts where prostitution, though illegal, is prevalent. These areas pose certain risks, and visitors are advised to exercise caution. It is important to be aware of local laws and customs, as engaging in illegal activities can result in severe penalties. Beyond Jakarta, other cities in Indonesia also offer exciting nightlife experiences. Bali, for example, is famous for its beach clubs and vibrant party scene, attracting tourists from all over the world. While enjoying the nightlife, tourists should be mindful of local regulations regarding alcohol consumption and behavior in public places. 17. The strange custom of living with the dead. In Indonesia, particularly among the Toraja people on the island of Sulawesi, there is a fascinating and macabre custom of living with the dead. The Toraja people believe that death is a gradual process, and the deceased continue to live among the family until they are given a proper burial. After a person dies, their body is preserved using special herbs and formaldehyde to slow down decomposition. The body is then kept in the family home, often in a special room, where it is treated as if it were still alive. Family members talk to the deceased, offer food and drink, and include them in daily activities. This practice, known as manin, is a way of showing respect and love for the ancestors and is believed to ensure the well-being of the family. The final burial, which can take place months or even years after death, is marked by elaborate ceremonies and rituals, including animal sacrifices and traditional dances. For the Toraja people, living with the dead is a normal and accepted part of their culture. However, for outsiders, this custom can be quite shocking and difficult to understand. Visitors to the region can learn more about this unique tradition by visiting the Toraja village's funerary ceremonies. 16. Ban on premarital intimacy and cohabitation. The Indonesian Criminal Code strictly prohibits premarital intimacy and cohabitation between unmarried couples. This law applies to both locals and foreigners, which can create significant challenges for tourists and expatriates who are accustomed to more liberal norms in their home countries. Violating this law can result in serious legal consequences, including fines, imprisonment, and deportation. The enforcement of this law varies across different regions of Indonesia, with some areas being more strict than others. In more conservative regions, such as Aceh, the law is enforced rigorously, and offenders can face public shaming and corporal punishment. For tourists and expatriates, it is essential to be aware of these legal restrictions and to respect local customs and laws. When traveling with a partner, it is advisable to book separate accommodations or to check with the hotel regarding their policies on unmarried couples. Understanding and adhering to these cultural norms can help avoid legal issues and ensure a more enjoyable stay in Indonesia. 15. Alcohol consumption ban. Indonesia has stringent laws regulating the sale and consumption of alcohol. In many regions, alcohol is available only in licensed establishments, such as hotels, restaurants, and bars. Public consumption of alcohol is generally prohibited, and violators can face fines and other legal consequences. In predominantly Muslim areas, such as Aceh, the sale and consumption of alcohol are completely banned. Even in more tourist-friendly regions like Bali, there are regulations in place to control the availability and consumption of alcohol. Tourists should be mindful of these laws and avoid drinking alcohol in public places to avoid fines and other troubles. For those who wish to enjoy a drink, it is best to do so in designated areas such as hotel bars or licensed restaurants. Many international hotels and resorts offer a variety of alcoholic beverages for their guests. By respecting local laws and customs, tourists can enjoy their stay in Indonesia without any legal complications. 14. Be sure to maintain a safe distance from women. There is a wide range of social norms and traditions in Indonesia that pertain to the interactions that take place between men and women. When it comes to touching women, for instance, it is considered inappropriate in many regions of the country, particularly if you are not acquainted with them. In Muslim regions, where it is considered inappropriate for unmarried men and women to have any kind of physical contact with one another under any circumstances, this rule is particularly strictly adhered to. 13. Dragon of the Komodo. The islands of Komodo, Rinca, Flores, and Gili Motang are home to the Komodo dragon, which is the largest species of lizard seen anywhere in the world. Komodo National Park is a well-known tourist destination that attracts a lot of people who want to see these extraordinary animals. Many researchers and people who are interested in nature are drawn to Komodo dragons, despite the fact that they have a dangerous appearance and pose a threat. 12. Individuals in Indonesia who have blue eyes. In Indonesia, there is a unique group of people known as the Butan people, which is distinguished by a rare feature, blue eyes. This phenomenon is caused by an extremely rare genetic disorder known as Waardenburg syndrome. Waardenburg syndrome is a genetic disorder that affects pigmentation of the skin, hair, and eyes, leading to unusual blue eye coloration in some people in this tribe. Blue eyes are the result of changes in genes that affect the amount and distribution of melanin pigment in the iris of the eye. For most people in the world, this condition is extremely rare, and for the Bud people, it represents a unique feature. However, despite its uniqueness, the number of people with blue eyes in this tribe is gradually decreasing. This may be due to various factors, including lifestyle changes, migration, and a decrease in the isolation of the tribe. However, the change in the number of people with blue eyes also has a cultural impact. While for some this feature is an important part of their identity, a decrease in the number of people with blue eyes may mean the loss of part of their cultural heritage. These changes may be related to the expansion of educational and economic opportunities, which in turn affect the traditional ways of life and practices of the tribe. In general, the Bud people with their blue eyes are not only an object of scientific interest, but also a symbol of Indonesia's cultural wealth and diversity. This unique feature highlights the importance of genetic diversity and its impact on cultural heritage. Understanding and respect for such cultural characteristics make it possible to preserve and transmit the traditions that form the unique identity of this people. 11. Unconventional types of Indonesian food. The cuisine of Indonesia is well known for its variety and the exclusive ingredients that it uses. Sate biawak, which is made from monitor lizard meat, paniki, which is made from bats, and sago worms are all examples of unusual dishes. In spite of the fact that these dishes may appear strange and even shocking to visitors from other countries, they are an essential component of the cultural and culinary heritage of the area. 10. In Indonesia, the problem of violence against women. According to the findings of a survey conducted across the country, 33% of women have been victims of violence. There are many different types of violence, but the most common ones are verbal harassment and harassment in public places. This issue continues to be one of the most pressing social problems in the country, and it requires serious attention from both the authorities and society as a whole. 9. Annual Festival of Volcano Sacrifice. East Java is the location of the Yadnya Kasada Festival, which takes place on Mount Bromo. It is the purpose of the festival to express gratitude to the god of the Bromo volcano and to pray for prosperity. The locals offer sacrifices of fruits, vegetables, and animals by tossing them into the crater of the volcano during the festival. A large number of tourists and pilgrims who are interested in witnessing the one-of-a-kind rituals are drawn to this spectacular event. 8. The act of begging online in Indonesia. In Indonesia, begging by means of the internet is extremely common, particularly on the TikTok platform. It is a problem that con artists resort to using pictures and videos in order to solicit donations. People who are in genuine need of assistance may suffer adverse effects as a result of these actions, which also has the potential to undermine trust in online charity campaigns. 7. The largest archipelagic country in the world is Indonesia, which is also Indonesia. When it comes to the size of archipelagic countries, Indonesia is ranked 7th. The country is the largest island nation in the world, consisting of 13,466 individual islands. By providing tourists from all over the world with opportunities for exploration and experiences that are one of a kind, this diversity of natural landscapes and cultural traditions attracts tourists from all over the world. 6. The wearing of a headscarf is obligatory for Indonesians. There are a lot of fascinating facts about Indonesia, which is a country. In addition to their culture, Indonesians are known for their politeness, and they prefer communication that is respectful of boundaries. The headscarf, which is worn as a part of traditional clothing and is a symbol of respect and humility, is one of the symbols that represent the culture of the area. 5. The man who had 88 marriages in his life. The story of a 61-year-old farmer from Majangenki, Indonesia, known for his amazing marriage record, is attracting attention from both national and international media. During his life, this man entered into 88 marriages, which makes him a unique character in the history of the country and in the world. Most of his marriages were officially registered with the Department of Religious Affairs, confirming the legality of his many unions under Indonesian law. Some of the marriages were celebrated with traditional ceremonies that respect local customs and rituals. This adds another layer of cultural significance to his personal story and highlights the importance of family traditions in his life. The man gained fame due to his unusual number of marriages, which attracted the attention of both local and foreign journalists. His polygamy is seen as the result of a combination of cultural and personal reasons, which are still widely discussed in society. In Indonesia, where polygamy has deep roots in traditional and religious practices, his case is a matter of keen interest and a topic of discussion in various social circles. 4. Indonesia is a paradise for animals that are extremely rare. An increasing number of rare, exotic, and stunning animals can be found in Indonesia. Some of these animals include the Sumatran tiger, the Sumatran rhinoceros, the Komodo dragon, the orangutan, the anoa, the world's smallest buffalo, the beautiful male peacock, sea turtles, and tarsiers. Indonesia is a true paradise for these animals, despite the fact that Indonesia only accounts for 1% of the total land area on Earth. The country's tropical forests are home to 10% of the world's known plant species, 12% of all known mammal species, and 17% of all known bird species. However, this natural treasure is in grave danger as a result of human activities such as the destruction of habitat, the illegal hunting of animals, and the effects of climate change. There are over 100 varieties of endangered animals in Indonesia. 3. The plant that is the largest flower in the world can be found in Indonesia. The Rafflesia arnoldi, also known as the corpse flower, is the largest flower in the world and can be found in the tropical forests of Indonesia. The petals of this flower are thick, rough, and brightly colored, and they have a strong, unpleasant odor that is similar to the smell of rotting meat. This flower manages to attract attention. The scent of this flower is attractive to the insect pollinators that are essential for the flower's reproduction. Many botanists and tourists are drawn to the Rafflesia arnoldi because it has become a symbol of the exotic flora that can be found in Indonesia. 2. If you want to see orangutans, the best place to go is Indonesia. It is possible to find orangutans in the forests of the island of Borneo in Indonesia, as well as in the forests of Sumatra and the South Tapanuli region. Among the few places in the world where it is possible to observe these incredible primates in their natural environment, Indonesia is one of those places. Tanjung Puting and Gunung Leuser are two examples of national parks and reserves that provide exceptional opportunities to observe orangutans and investigate their behavior from a variety of perspectives. One of the most magnificent volcanoes in the world is Indonesia. With more than 400 volcanoes that are still active, Indonesia is the country that has the most active volcanoes on the entire planet. In addition to Mount Bromo, Krakatau, and Merapi, the country is home to a number of other well-known volcanoes. The presence of volcanic activity in Indonesia results in the availability of a wealth of mineral resources. However, it also poses the risk of eruptions that could cause harm to both people and property. property. A good number of the volcanoes are well-known tourist destinations, and they attract people who are looking for exciting new experiences. Contrasts and paradoxes can be found throughout the country of Indonesia. Its culture and traditions may appear surprising and unusual to individuals who are not familiar with the customs of the local community. On the one hand, it is a nation that possesses a magnificent natural landscape, a wide variety of animal species, and a rich cultural heritage. On the other hand, there are traditions and standard practices that may appear peculiar and even shocking to those who are not a part of the community. Nevertheless, it is precisely these characteristics that distinguish Indonesia from other countries and draw a large number of tourists who are looking to experience something novel and unusual. In the event that you choose to travel to this nation, you should be prepared to experience a culture shock as well as incredible discoveries that will leave an impression that will last a lifetime.